The desert sun beat down like fire, waves of heat rippling across the horizon as a group of U.S. Marine snipers lay motionless on the ridge. Their scopes were fixed on a single compound 2 miles away, a terrorist leader responsible for countless American and civilian deaths. They had one clear shot, but the winds were too strong, the mirage too thick, and every trigger pull ended with the same devastating result: a miss. Hours passed, frustration mounted, and hope began to waver. "Just by half a mil left," barked Sergeant Cole, sweat dripping from his brow. Another round cracked through the dry air, and missed again. Silence followed. The enemy inside the compound remained unscathed, mocking them with his radio broadcasts, taunting the Marines for their failure. But just when despair began to set in, a black pickup truck appeared from the dust trail behind them. The driver stepped out, rugged, calm, with a scar tracing down his right cheek and eyes that carried the weight of 1,000 memories. His name was Jack Mercer, a retired Marine sniper, and a single father. Jack had left the service years ago after losing his wife in a car accident while he was deployed. He came home broken, trying to raise his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, alone. For years, he stayed away from rifles, haunted by what his skill had cost him. But when an old friend called, saying a mission had gone south and American lives were on the line, something inside him stirred again. Not pride, not duty, but the quiet voice of a soldier who knew when he was needed. As he walked toward the team, Sergeant Cole looked up. "Mercer, I thought you were done with this life." Jack nodded quietly. "I was. But sometimes the mission finds you again." The team briefed him. The shot was impossible, 2.3 miles, crosswind gusts changing every few seconds, heat distortion like waves of glass. Their top shooters couldn't even tag the target area. But Jack just lay down beside the rifle, feeling the earth beneath him, smelling the sand. He wasn't just seeing numbers, he was feeling the shot. Every grain of wind, every shimmer of heat, every heartbeat. "Got a kid waiting for me back home," he whispered, almost to himself. "So let's make this quick." He closed one eye, breathed in deep, and let the world fall silent. The Marines around him stopped talking. The wind hissed, the sun burned, and Jack squeezed the trigger. The sound cracked across the canyon, and then, after a few eternal seconds, a small, distant flash erupted in the compound. The spotter blinked in disbelief. Target neutralized. A cheer broke through the tension, men clapping each other on the back, relief flooding the air. But Jack didn't celebrate. He simply looked toward the horizon, expression calm but eyes glistening. "That one's for every man who never made it home," he said softly. As they packed up, Sergeant Cole asked him how he managed to make a shot no one else could. Jack smiled faintly. "You can't always measure a shot with math. Sometimes you just have to feel it, the wind, the heartbeat, the reason you're pulling that trigger. My reason was my daughter. That's all I needed." When Jack returned home that evening, Lily was waiting on the porch, holding a drawing of her and her dad under a bright blue sky. She ran into his arms, and for the first time in a long while, he smiled without pain. "Did you save the day again, Daddy?" she asked innocently. Jack laughed, kneeling down beside her. "No, sweetheart. I just helped some good people find their way home." The camera pans back, the sunset painting the sky in gold and crimson as father and daughter walk inside. A quiet house, a small light in the window, peace finally found. And as the screen fades to black, a voice speaks. Softly. "Courage isn't just pulling the trigger. It's knowing when to use your gift to protect others. It's standing up, even when life has already knocked you down." Jack Mercer wasn't a hero because he made the shot. He was a hero because he never gave up on what mattered. If you felt that story touch your heart, if you believe in the power of redemption, courage, and love, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Every story we tell honors the real men and women who fight, fall, and rise again, not just on the battlefield, but in life itself. Because heroes don't always wear uniforms. Sometimes, they just wear a tired smile and keep going for the ones they love.